Everybody, it's Hump Day. It's already the third week in July, and I don't know how that's happened, but I'm Amy Swanson, and I'm here with our little weekly Hump Day. I started this in the spring in tandem with the launch all summer long of our new 100% camel yarn. And so to continue what we've been talking about, with our two-ply that we launched just a few weeks ago, we also launched a kit for this amazing 100% camel scarf. It's in natural plus four colors. And so all the colors of our camel. And it's a kit, it's called the Hanratty and it's woven. But this has been so fun. And some comments from some of you was like, I love this so much, but I'm not a weaver. And I had been eyeing for quite a while the ways in which you can create a plaid fabric. And so I'm like, that's it. I'm just doing it. So I took a little hiatus from the vest that I've been working on in the DK Camel. And this is going to launch very soon. I have had so much fun doing it. I'm using our two-ply and I'm holding it double and just going along with the, randomly deciding colors, trying to evenly use the colors throughout. And all I've done, all it is a stockinette with a slip stitch edge, but like I've strategically placed these one purl rows, and those are the purl rows that when we're all done, you sort of get a plaid as it is with those purl rows if you wanted to do nothing. But my intent is that I'm going to use well, I'm going to try a couple techniques. So there might be a couple techniques to offer you, but the first one I'm going to try is a crochet chain technique onto the fabric. And so we'll give you an idea of what that will look like. And so it will go right down those those one stitch purl rows. So you'll get here we'll take a little red and bring it down. And the fun of this is that we can do all the colors across the purl rows. So that's something I'm going to lay out and try. We can do just choose one of the colors and do all the purl rows down. But that is so you'll get the plaid effect when you're all done. And anyway, you can't quite visualize it quite like I have been doing it and seeing it on my test watches, but I have been loving this. So I've got the pattern nearly written up. It's ready to go to the tech editor almost. Figuring out the quantities of yarn that you will need. And also on the pattern, allowing so that you can do your own decision on how you want to make these colors and where to place them and what widths you want to do and all of that. Because I've just been randomly doing it as the fit strikes. So really having fun. And then the way I've been doing the two-ply with this camel, the way I have been doubling this two-ply for this camel is that I have cakes and I'm taking one thread from the outside of the cake and one from the inside and just holding them together, and that is going swimmingly. So and then you have in essence four plies, so it's a heavy fingering. So that's what's happening on that front. The other thing I kind of wanted to talk about today is that oh gosh, since late winter, my body had been really hurting me. And so I kind of did some doctoring to find out what's going on. And between the doctoring and my own sort of reading and realizing sort of how I've been holding my body while I do my work for Cashmere, but while I knit, I'm figuring out that I have to do a lot more for self-care in terms of stretching and paying attention to how I sit in a chair and what type of chair I sit in, and my hands, working with my hands. And I have a little bit of, can't really see, I guess. See these big bumps. Have a little bit of osteoarthritis happening there. And so I'm really trying to do exercises for my hands and for my body to stretch my neck and work on weights to build my core so that my body doesn't hurt and hurt as a consequence of like how I'm using it. So they say how great knitting is or making is for your health, for your mental health, for your brain and all that. But we have got to be careful about how we do our craft because we can get repetitive kinds of injuries. And I know I have that with the thumb. Not just knitting is probably the least of the cause. The phone, that silly cell phone and the shape of it and the weight of it and the repetition of holding it, that really has uh, you know, had an impact on how these hurt. So I am feeling better. I'm feeling better by doing stretches, by doing exercises. And one of the books I pulled back out that I have and am just started to read back through it is called Knitting Comfortably. The Ergonomics of Hand Knitting, and it's by Carson Demers. He's given classes at various places. I know Vogue Knitting is one of the places he has done different classes, but and here's a picture of him on the back. But I am going back through this book too, so to make sure I'm really noticing that a lot of the pain starts here from the hip, and so I'm paying a lot more attention to what I'm doing, like I say, what I'm doing to my body when I am, in the process of knitting and or sitting and doing my computer work and just plain old sitting. So I would recommend this book. I think I know it's been out for a while, but you can, of course, purchase it or you can get it from your library and you can look online for stretches and ergonomic ways to sit when you're knitting and all of that. So I just wanted to share what was happening with me and suggest that, you know what, if it's a helpful reminder to you, don't forget that how we engage our body when we do our crafts and do even sitting and doing our computer work and all that. Um, yeah, it's a big deal. It has a big impact on how your body feels. So I am very thankful that I can see that stretching and exercising and doing those things is helping. Because I was a little worried there for a little bit. My father lived till he was 90. My mother is a thriving 92, and I may have a few years left genetically, and I got to be able to use my body. So, again, the book is called Knitting Comfortably. It's the ergonomics of knitting, and or look online for great stretches and information about ergonomics while you sit and knit. So that's what I got for you today. And thanks for checking in with Hump Day. Talk to you soon. Bye.